So, this is not new footage, to be really honest with you. It's just because I've upgraded my kit. Then it's now available in super high resolution. And I'm going to play the first mile at 800% speed. It's jumping around like anything at the moment. But this is totally not new footage, so I thought we'd just skip through this quickly. And I'll join you at the top. So here we're approaching the top of this sort of little trail part here, and don't think I have very much to say about it, but I'm going to slow the video down just before I get to the top so you get a little bit of a sense of, well, the perspective. I stopped a couple of times here because for some reason my headphones weren't working, so I tried to sort that out. I wasn't trying to go particularly fast today. Anyway, you get to the top here and there's never anything coming, but you have to make sure, turn around, quite a sharp angle back, and then right along here. And one of my tyres, my rear tyre, is completely bare now, so I don't get much traction at all. It's not too bad coming over here because it's reasonable, let's say, quite tightly packed gravel rather than loose gravel, so you can reasonably easily pedal on it. And it's also only slightly up here. I mean, as you see, quite soon when you go around the corner it gets quite steep, but it's okay here. Anyone could ride along here. Coming up now, probably 5 seconds away, or 10, I'm not sure, is a turn, then you go up, and then it's quite difficult to get traction going up there if you've got bare tyres. Like I say, I've got the treads completely worn out. I got some tyres which were very good, but I learned later that they were made for performance, and therefore they might not last very long, and they didn't. I'm only going to change the rear tyre anyway for now. So, here we go. Get to the corner, and go around a little bit and say a bit more. Coming up. Now, I don't know what there's a car doing here for me. It's none of my business, of course. I've no complaint with it whatsoever. It could be people out for a picnic, or someone out for a walk and parked the car and decided to cut a lot of the walk from the city to this point out, which could be 3 hours walking for many people. So it's fine. I just don't very often see them, that's all. You can see I stopped here. I don't remember actually. I don't think I had a problem. I think I stopped to adjust something. Probably trying to sort my headphones out again. Don't listen to music when I'm on any kind of road, but when I get off road like this, I do. And the music was playing through the phone speaker, but it wasn't connecting at all to the headphones. And I don't know why, but okay, I suppose probably need to buy a new adapter. Lightning to jack adapter. Anyway, come around the corner here. This was very loose gravel until recently. It's got packed down, as you can see on the right here. It's fine, you can pedal up here. But in the middle, there, the whole road was like that, and I was really annoyed when they laid this gravel because it made it almost impossible, and for me, probably literally impossible to ride up. I was really disappointed, but it's okay now. I don't know how many cars have come down it, but whatever number has, they've packed it down, so now the gravel's actually been pushed into the middle, right to the sort of the lowest point of the road. Again, I stopped here for some reason, and I'm pretty sure it was the same reason. Didn't do so well today, but I wasn't so tired I needed to stop on a minor slope like this. Now that's obviously a donkey, but from 100 meters back down the slope, without my glasses on, I thought it was a big dog. The little donkey, that is, not the big donkey. And it was bouncing around. I thought, oh, it looked like a big Alsatian. And when I got a bit closer to it, well, I said 100 meters back, 30 or 40 maybe, but when I got close to it, I realised, okay, I could see what it was, and no problem. Okay then, so this is sort of the end of the first part. Now back onto asphalt, which is pretty welcome, because I've got a mountain bike, but gravel and stuff now don't suit me, not so keen. So you ride up here. It's about 1.5 kilometres to the top, maybe 2, the outside. And the very top is dachas, like Russian summer houses. But there are a few slightly bigger, or in a few cases far bigger properties on the road up, but only 1 or 2. And you're going past them now. There's one on the left, which you can't see, and there's another one coming up on the left as well. Other than that, they're kind of small, sort of, presumably most of them are just summer residences. I don't know if any of them are permanently inhabited, but I know that some are, just I don't know which ones. And there's a little dinky shed here, you can see, made out like an observatory, because the observatory is 150 metres behind, or the perimeter of their grounds is at least. Now this road, it's very steep, then gentle, then very steep, then gentle, then very steep, then gentle. There's no downhill, or a very, very short section that's slightly downhill. But really, this is a challenging ride, which is why I do it. To go up here, it's like 40 minutes from my house to the top, but a very hard 40 minutes. Like a gentle ride, you know, if you ride gently, you won't get up. I mean, it's not so steep yet, but you coming around the corner now, you might start to pick out the really, really steep bit. And don't remember what happened here. Sorry. I should probably go back and edit that out, but I've just spoken over it, so it would make a mess of the sound settings, or whatever you call it, the sound recording. So coming up to the first really steep bit now, the really steep asphalt bit anyway, and there were so many cars around today, no idea why. And again, that's fine, it's just I was curious about it, you know. Still, riding up here now, took me quite a while to be able to ride to the top of this first hill without stopping. Can do it now almost all the time. I think 99% of the time if I ride up here I just get to the top of this first hill without stopping, but it is tough. Don't get up very fast though. So here we go. Not sure what percentage the slope is. Be around 30, I think. 40 in places. And I should say, probably where that house is, it's probably 40% slope. And this dog I'd never seen before, so I had to kind of be a little bit wary, but got to it. Had a friendly face. Don't know, again, even if this house is permanently inhabited, but be a shame if it isn't, because whoever built it chose a really nice place too. Got fantastic views. Didn't turn around today to film any. I just wanted to upgrade the quality of the Dachny Massif ride. This video now goes to the top. Just about got to the top before the camera battery went flat, but I just wanted to improve on the previous one because that was my very first action camera. But it was okay, but not compared to this new one. So I thought I'd redo it. If you are watching it and you think I've seen this before, then all of it you will have seen before. So essentially there's no new footage in this. I just wanted to upgrade it. I will replace other old low quality videos coming up. It's kind of edging towards the end of the season though, because my outdoor season's typically from when the snow melts in usually middle of March to October the 31st. And you could say, well, that's a very precise day to know when the season finishes. But November the 1st is around about when the first snow comes where I live. And this high up here would probably be even before that. These days I've got indoor cycling equipment, so the indoor season starts. I used to push it out as long as I could, but these days, start of a new month, November, I quite look forward to the indoor season, much as I miss the outdoor season. And riding up here, the next really steep bit's coming up. It's not too long, it's about 100 metres, and again I'd say it was about 40% slope in the steepest section. So again, this is played at double speed now. It was 800% speed before, now it's at 200% speed. I don't want to make it too fast, although I obviously had to speed the video up because, you know, very few people would watch so much. And as I've said before, checking my analytics on YouTube, the average duration of any view is about 34 seconds anyway. Oh, why do people bother? Sorry if you think I'm having a go at you there. Why do people bother? Maybe you're one of those people. But 34 seconds. What do people expect to get from watching 34 seconds? I suppose that's the amount of time it takes them to decide whether it's worth watching any more of. And no, as I've said a million times, I don't really blame people. The 3 or 4 people that might watch any more of it are very welcome to, and I appreciate it, but it's just, as I've said so many times, this is just a little bit of a scrapbook for myself, you know, memories. This is the first sort of real stopping point, and you may have seen that gate that was open, and that used to be closed all the time, and I used to be a little bit cheeky and just go under it, and no one ever said anything to me. This really private area. But I just thought, well, come on, I'm just one guy on a bike, you know, I'm not going to do any harm, am I? Or don't think so, and not planning to. I suppose I could probably loosen a bit of the asphalt with my bare rear tyre, or bald rear tyre, however you want to call it. However you want to describe it would be better vocabulary. Sorry there, people using me to learn English. I saw a woman up here, and this is the really, really steep bit, and it's always a bit embarrassing when people walking go faster than you on a bike. I thought what I'd do here, I'll just pause for a moment, get my breath back, because it is extremely steep here, in my defence, and I thought I'll shoot past her and impress her. It took me, I don't know, 300 metres to catch up with her, and I looked at her when I went past. She didn't look in great shape. So, yeah, for those of you though who are thinking it should be easier to ride a bike up a hill like this than walk up, that would vary from person to person. But no, it's not a given at all. I mean, how many people cycled up Everest? Up any mountain? Yeah, people walk up them. So no, it's not easier to ride a bike up than it is to walk. Certainly not at this gradient. If it, you know, as you can see here, and when I do ride past her, when it's a little bit more gentle, still a hill, yes, but when it's not a 40% slope, yeah, of course it's easier to ride up. And I shot past her when I actually caught up with her, as you'll see, just now. I should probably, if you'll forgive me, cut that little bit out, because that's when you see her face, and I don't have permission to film her, so I suppose you could say, oh, it's a public place. True, it is a public place, but I don't think, to be fair, you know, I should be filming people and putting them on YouTube when the face is in full view. So now this bit's quite steep, but it's the last bit. So it doesn't matter how steep it is, because you know when you get around this corner you're at the top, and then there's actually a little bit of a downhill, and I go as far as, so as you'll see it anyway, this big water tank, and I've actually stood up and looked down, and it is a water tank. I can't say what it serves, what the supply's for exactly, but it's a water tank. And this bit now goes down, it's downhill now. You're very, very careful going around these bends though, because, especially when it's summer, and then so much vegetation. You can't see around corners, see if cars are coming, and if they are coming, they won't be going very fast. But even so, you have to be really careful. So actually, set the racing part, the segment of this at the top of the hill, then you don't have to take the risk of racing around these corners. Because if you're going for your best time, then you race around these corners. End up taking risks and things. So I actually cut that bit out. Well, I didn't film it so much, but there's a water tank. And turn the bike round here to make another quick video for another purpose. There you can see me doing it with a shadow. And then I went back home. So sorry I didn't actually film the views at the top. You can go back and pause the video in the right place and see them if you wish. And there's my favourite little dacha, which you saw at the beginning anyway in the photograph.